What's up, my knights? It's Lugga Dragonaut here, and today is going to be part 5 of What If Naruto Was Trained by Ghost? Last time we let off, Team 7, with the assistance of Team 10, have encountered Zabuza Tomochi and the two brothers, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Anyway, let's jump into it. Kakashi, she fights Zabuza, the same as in canon, while Asuma begins to fight the two, Sub-Zero and Scorpion. Naruto quickly spams clones, stays with us getting spam clones to help them out. But basically, what happened in canon with Kakashi happened the same way, and Asuma was thrown in as well, so they're both trapped in the water prison. Naruto to set add in his mind, Go Sensei, if I'm going to stand a chance, I'm going to have to use that. And Go said, alright, but stick to ice style. Naruto spins forward away from the group towards them. And Ino yells, Naruto, don't be a hero. As well as Kakashi and Asuma saying that. Just then, Sub-Zero is about to slam down a sword of ice. All of a sudden, you see in Naruto's hand, as he blocks it, a sword of ice. And Sub-Zero goes, what? And Naruto goes, ice style. Ice sword. What? Complete. Naruto flashes through hand signs, one-handed, and goes, ice style. Ice-breaking fist. Basically smashes Sub-Zero in the chest, hitting him backward. Scorpion then launches his kunai with chain at Naruto. Naruto goes, ice style. Ice wall. And basically blows out ice to create a wall in front of him. Scorpion goes, not bad, kid. Let's hear you do this. Then Scorpion goes, fire style, hellfire. He goes, that's how you want to play, huh? Naruto is flashing through hand signs and goes, time to level the playing field. Ice style, frozen capturing field. Turns the entire surface of the lake into ice. Naruto flashes and goes, ice style, ice rock dome. Basically making the environment to use a shield over Naruto. And Naruto basically just body flips in front of Scorpion and goes, ice style, ice fierce tiger. This tiger basically launches Scorpion into Sub-Zero, who just recovered, and basically knocking them both out. And Sub-Zero goes, not bad, kid, but let's see if you do against me. And his clones go at Naruto. Naruto then says, good, I mean to practice my water style. Naruto begins flashing through hands and goes, water style! Water shuriken! Basically makes shuriken out of water and basically just sends them rapidly, really fast. Hits most of those clones, taking them down, but a few got through. Naruto flashes and goes, water style! Water snake! Basically, the ice around Naruto turns into water, basically makes a serpent opened, and basically just attacks the clone, swallowing them. Then Naruto body flickers right up and under Zabuza's guard, and just as this, Naruto wraps water around his fist and goes, water style! Cold sky attack! And basically hits Zabuza with an uppercut, which frees both Kakashi and Asuma. Zabuza starts to go up saying, damn you brat. Then all of a sudden, needles hit him, Scorpion, and Sub-Zero in the neck. Seemingly killing them. Then the whole scene with Haku plays out. Then Kakashi falls unconscious because he uses Sharingan. Asuma takes Kakashi on his back, while Naruto checks on the Genin for those injured. No one was badly injured, but Ino was severely exhausted because she was spamming Earth Jutsu to protect their flanks from Scorpion and Sub-Zero's clones that had somehow snuck up behind them. Sasuke, Choji, and Shikamaru and Sakura all engaged in Taijutsu against the clones. Unfortunately, Ino's Taijutsu style was not made for that many opponents, so she had to hang back to protect Tazuna. Anyway, they get to Tazuna's house. That whole scene with Inari happens at the beginning of the first night. Naruto goes outside, sits on the docks, and he begins pondering. doing? Ghost said in his mind, you know, Naruto, oh, that Zabuza and those two aren't dead. And Naruto nods in his head, saying, yes, sensei. But did you sense that? That from the female companion? And the ghost nods, saying, if you're talking about the fact that she wields ice, can use ice style, then yes, I will have to agree with you. In fact, I almost would bet it as if she's one of the last few members of the Yuki clan. And which are famous for the ice style. And the sad thing is, they were one of the clans that lived peacefully with the Uzumaki clan in the Hidenobu village before Hidenobu was destroyed. And Naruto reads out of his mind, saying, that means I have a cousin clan. And Ghost nods. Now, that whole scene, like those first 3 days, that happened kind of actually happened the same, but with Team 10 there as well. And Sasuke and Sakura do the chakra control exercise of she walking to get the control down and increase the reserves. Sasuke is doing it with much more vigor because of how strong he saw Naruto. It was during this time that Sasuke had unlocked his one Tomoe Sharingan. He unlocked it temporarily during the fight against Sub-Zero and Scorpion because of how much faster they are. But Sasuke doesn't do that. Now, just as Sasuke was planning to train it, Naruto makes a comment to him saying, Sasuke, wouldn't it be smarter for you to train your body before you train your Sharingan? That way there won't be any more drawbacks in case you fight someone who is faster than you. Naruto asked curiously. Like, flashback a month before the C-rank mission, and Sasuke was actually curious, and he asked why, and Naruto explained that if your body was fully mature or and like able to handle the physical strain, and then by the time your Sharingan would probably get to its full stage, there will be necessarily no drawbacks to your person. And Sasuke was just giddy at the prospect. Now, back to current date. Sitting on the docks that night, Naruto is staring up at the moon, enjoying the cool breeze, when all of a sudden, he feels someone behind him. He turns and sees Shikamaru. Shikamaru sits down next to Naruto at the docks, and they watch the night sky in clouds for a bit. And Shikamaru says, Naruto, just how much have you been holding back? And Naruto says, to be honest, Shikamaru, I wasn't able to properly train properly until the summer before we graduated. And Shikamaru realizes whoever's right and says, so you must have gotten a really good teacher for you to catch up to where you were supposed to be. Naruto nods. Shikamaru makes a comment. So Naruto, you think Kakashi's gonna do your elemental affinity test? And Naruto just sighs, saying, well, I basically want to wait to do my affinity test. Hopefully we can do it after the Chunin exams. And Shikamaru raises an eyebrow, says, why? And Naruto says, Shikamaru, one of my elements that I have was basically one of the main elements that the Senju clan used. A few members of them, in fact. So, given the fact that Sasuke is an Uchiha, Naruto explains, and Shikamaru then says, that might cause a problem. And Shikamaru said, well, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. Naruto nods. Now, the whole week of training, Naruto basically uses his clones for water walking and tree walking, and basically he's using them to basically get his control down. Now, Naruto practices E rank and D rank fire style techniques, and Sasuke sees this. Now, he doesn't have his Sharingan active, but Naruto does give Sasuke a scroll for these techniques. And here are the E rank to D rank fire style techniques. Fire style, E rank, embers, torch, spark, extinguish, hiding in a fire jutsu. D rank, fire bullet, flux fire, fire fist, fire run, smoke screen, fireflies, flaring slash. Now, I don't have any other those jutsu with those two ranks, But I will hope, like, as I grow on my channel to get more information, like, as an official, like, jutsu list for Naruto, I will gather more. Like, my goal is to have at least maybe 10 to, like, maybe 25 of each, like, jutsu rank for, like, the main 5 elements in Naruto. So by the time I actually do one of the what-ifs that I'm working on in secret, because it's a very special one to me, to my heart, because it's a scenario I have thought of for Naruto a lot of when I was younger, when I first saw the anime, but I haven't been able to word it right, so I'm kind of working that in private, guys. Anyway, this is going to be a shortened video, than what my normal video does, which will be 25 minutes to 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can. And anyway, the whole scene with Inori happens, and Naruto just gets mad at that. And basically he goes off to cool off. Ino goes to follow him, and as Naruto basically exhausts himself to a point, Ino finds Naruto, basically puts his head in her lap, and basically just strokes his hair for like 30 minutes before Haku shows up in the clearing. Now, Haku does hide the fact that she's a girl, but when she saw Naruto use Ice Style against Zabuza, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion, she knew she thought someone from my clan, and so they talked for a bit, and Haku became friends with them. Now Naruto recognizes the signature, and just as leaves, Naruto turns before he leaves and say, "Goodbye, Hanku-chan. Tell Sub-Zero or Scorpion and Zabuza to get well, and I look forward to facing them again." Naruto says cheekily before he butterflies away, okay, with an ice shishuin. And Haku Raza says, "He knew who I was from the start." Anyway, though Naruto does get exhausted, so he stays at Tazuna's house, but only for an hour. During that time, after Naruto recovered, he made about 3 clones, had them stay with Inori and his mom, and goes to the bridge. Now, the fight plays out on the bridge, happens the exact same, if I'm being honest, but a few differences. One, on Kakashi and Zabuza basically using taijutsu and melee weapons against Sub-Zero and Scorpion, while Zabuza is the one keeping the mist up, so he's doing long range. Haku faces Sasuke, and Choji is in there with him, fighting. Ding. Ding. Now, that plays out a lot like what happened in Canon, essentially, but just replaying Naruto with Choji. Now, as soon as Naruto got to the bridge, Haku launches the needles that would have killed Sasuke. Naruto suddenly body flickers, taps them back, both on their shoulders, and which basically teleports them out right next to where Sakura and Ino are. Shikamaru is being tended to by Ino because he got blindsided by Haku, and he has a few needles in his joints on his left arm, which can't count his jutsu. So Ino's basically trying her best to remove the needles carefully so Shikamaru can join the fight. Then Naruto gets in a fused taijutsu brawl with Haku. During that time, Naruto and her strike a conversation. And during that time, Haku realized that she started to develop feelings for Naruto. And Naruto realized as well, so they ended the fight with Naruto breaking Haku's mask and tying her up with water style over the bridge, just as Kakashi was about to use lightning blade on Zabuza. All of a sudden, Gozu Mezu appear out of nowhere and take the hit for Zabuza. And say, "Don't die so soon. You need to avenge us and free the mist from the corruption." And then they both die. Then Gato and 100 of his goons show up, and basically just to correct the body, these of Gozu Mezu, which got Zabuza and his 2 friends angry that they were doing that. Then all of a sudden you just feel the atmosphere just tense with bloodlust and anger. And then Naruto say, "You don't get to do that." And Naruto was basically flashing through hand signs and so hurry that Naruto that goes see out in his mind saying, "Naruto, wait, don't do." Naruto goes, "Ice style!" In a very dark voice. 10,000 ice petal dragon! Basically, ice-like petals that form in the air and take the form of dragons and launch, killing Gato and his goons. And all of a sudden, Naruto falls unconscious because of the amount of chakra he used. The next day, next couple of days, Naruto was recovering as everyone else from the fight. Zabuza, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion. Barry goes in misery with honor and basically take their weapons and gear. Yeah. Haku and Ino stayed by Naruto's side the whole time, and Haku and Ino strike up a conversation with each other. And they realize how much similar that they are to each other, as well as how Haku realizes how similar she is to Naruto. It was during that time that Zabuza came to both Kakashi and Asuma and asked that they take Haku with them to the Hidden Leaf Village, because he feels it would be much safer to him, because he, Sub-Zero, and Scorpion will be going to the Hidden Mist Village and join the rebels to overthrow the Mizukage, Yagura. Of course, this time Ghost made himself known and explained Yagura's situation. Zabuza nods, saying, "Alright." But before they could leave, Naruto woke up and they exchanged greetings as well. And by the time the bridge completed, and they still called it the Great Naruto Bridge, but they called it the Ice Maelstrom Bridge. And just before Zabuza and Sub-Zero and Scorpion left, Ghost pulled him aside and gave Sub-Zero a scroll on Ice Style that he had. So Sub-Zero came back to his Ice Style, as well as give Zabuza a very special jar. And Ghost basically, he gave Zabuza a note with it saying, "Give this to Mizukage, this stuff. She should know what to do with it. After all, it is a hidden mist artifact, after all." And Zabuza nods. After they left, Team 7 and Team 10 head back to the Hidden Leaf Village. And Naruto got the nagging feeling that he forgot something. All of a sudden, Naruto tensed up, and Kakashi sees Naruto, "What's wrong?" And Naruto goes, "You don't think you forgot to check our surroundings, did we?" And Kakashi says, "No, why?" And Naruto says, "'Cause there's a presence right behind me." Everyone looks behind Naruto and are surprised to see a big wolf standing right behind Naruto, sitting on its haunches. And Naruto slowly turns and goes saying, "Hi, hello." And the wolf growls and says, "You baka!" And the wolf basically just uses his paw, hit Naruto's head. "You were not supposed to use that jutsu. It was experimental and you could have killed yourself with it." And then I realized just how serious the Ice Style Jutsu Naruto used. Which is why Naruto will not use that again, for a while at least. He only will use it if it's desperate. Now, if anyone's wondering why Naruto hasn't been using Wood Style, I'm saving that for the Chunin exams. Something tells me he's going to need it more there. Anyway, they head back to the Leaf Village, reported the mission complete. Team 10 get some money from the mission that Team 7 got. Originally, the mission was a C rank, but then got upgraded to A rank. So, last time I checked, A rank mission normally ranges between 1,000 Ryu to about 500,000. So, if my math's right, 100,000 to 500,000, based on how I understand how money works. It's kind of hard to tell because sometimes not in the world of Naruto they call the money Ryu, sometimes they call it yen. I don't know which one is rich. So in the comments, guys, please tell me. And Haku became tuning in the Leaf Village, but she worked in the hospitals as well. So she only would go on missions as a medical ninja, nothing else. And Haku decided to move in with Naruto. And with that, we are still 2 months away from the tuning exams, guys. So in the comments below, I hope you guys will answer this question. What training should Naruto do in that time with Ghost? Because Haku is going to be training with him as well. While Kakashi focuses mainly on Sasuke and Sakura, because in terms of speed and strength, Kakashi realized that Naruto outclasses them by a large margin, so he's going to focus on them. Anyway, may the force be with you guys. I'll see you all next time, and stay tuned, guys, because a very special video is going to be going up soon. You will see it soon. Anyway, bye.